Van Buren Channel 12 television. Clerk, all right, would you call the roll?
Yes, trustee Frazier,
Here.
trustee Young,
Here.
trustee Boyd,
Yes.
trustee Martin here. Treasurer Budden excused, clerk Branch present, supervisor.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. Today's executive summary of what we're going to be doing today. First thing we do is we take our regular business, prepaid list, voucher lists, which are paying based to your electric bills, fees, stuff like that. We're going to vote on the township memorandum, which is going to be a deal between Van Buren Township and Homestead for special improvements on their roads. And we're going to be entering into an agreement with Semcog for accepting an award of $40,000 for the planning assistance program for the Belleville Road corridor safety. It's a street plan. They'll be doing a new business today, which will include a potential award to Clancy Excavating for clearing of trees at the northwest corner of Belleville Road and Tyler Road. We will be discussing a purchase of a 23 Ford Transit Connect XLT van for community services. And we'll be discussion on ordinances, two of them. The second reading is what is to rezone parcel on Van Buren Road from light industrial to general industrial, and another for 16355 Haggerty Road be rezoned from single family residential to agriculture and estates. Finally, we'll be doing a discussion on an ordinance to increase the maximum allowable height of a detached single family home to 2.5 stories or 35 feet. Moving on, can I get a motion to adopt the agenda?
So
Got a motion by trustee Frazier, supported by clerk Wright. Hearing no discussion, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Next item is consent, adoption of the consent agenda.
Through the chair,
Trustee Whitehead.
I move that we accept through the consent agenda the following items. Board meeting minutes of July 18th. The pre-paid lists of July 20th and July 28th. The voucher list of August 1st, all of 2023. A memorandum of understanding between the Charter Township of Van Buren and the Homestead Subdivision Homeowners Association regarding the road improvements being made in accordance with the Homestead Subdivision Special Assessment District, and to enter into an agreement between Van Buren Township and Southeast Michigan Council of Governments, SEMCOG, and to accept the award of $40,000 for the planning assistance program for the Belleville Road corridor safety and complete streets plan.
I'm sorry. Right. I have a motion by trustee Boyton, supported by clerk Wright. Hearing no discussion. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. We have no public hearings today, so we're going to the correspondence, announcements, and presentations. I have, first of all, I have a letter that I receive. I receive a letter almost every week from somebody that the REAL program is not up taken care of, and they do a wonderful job. They fix up elderly people's homes so they can stay in their homes, because, well, it's a sad truth. If you can't maintain your home, you can't stay in the home. So these people help them stay there. And this is thank you for your assistance with the yard work today. I greatly appreciate the yard work. Yard work sometimes it gets away with it from us. We also have farm animals to care for, and your help was greatly appreciated. Thank you again. I hope you enjoy the animals. They made farming worthwhile. That was from Joyce Bouchard. I also have a summer cookout, and we're going to have a summer cookout coming up tomorrow. It's from 12:30 to 2:30 over at the Haggerty Senior Center. We're at the Haggerty Senior Center right now. 12:30 to 2:30 tomorrow. Come on out. Trustee Boynton's cooking. So Anything else, have a presentation or announcement?
Yes, I'd like to announce that Saturday, August 5th, is the annual trail day of Van Buren Township. We hit the township all up front, parking lot, 9 a.m. to 1. 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Also, annual Farmers Homeowner Association, we have a community-wide garage sale this coming weekend, Saturday and Sunday.
I guess I should add, Greenbrier Homeowners Association is having this block party Saturday. It's at my house. So, it's actually in the house across the street, but they kind of mulled over, so. Start the two. Come on, we're done here. Anything else? All right. Steve, next is public comment. Does anybody wish to speak from the public on any issues that are before the report today?
No supervisor, no public comments for our virtual link.
Moving on to unfinished business, which we have none. New business. Item number 1 is to consider approval of awarding the bid to Kalansky Excavating for land clearing and the clearing of trees on township-owned property in the northwest corner of Belden Road and Tyler Road. Can I get a motion?
I make the motion, we approve the awarding bid to Kalansky Excavating Langford LLC for the clearing of trees on township owned property at Belleville and Idaho.
Director Akers.
Good evening, board. 2021, the township hired an engineering firm to review a few areas of land property, which is also known as the township owned property at the northwest corner of Belleville and Tyler Road, to evaluate the soil conditions to determine if the reviewed areas were regulated wetlands under state and federal law. September 2021, the township received a letter from the state of Michigan's Eagle Department, which indicated that those areas were not regular wetlands and a permit from the state would not be required for development on the site. This determination that was made by the state has an expiration date of September 30th, 2023. So in order to take the initial steps to improve the drainage of the property, the township put out to bid services to clear and grout specified areas of the site, which are closer to that, the Belleville Tyler extension. The scope of work involves the removal of trees and vegetation, felling of the stumps, raking of the ground. The proposed clearing plan would be a 25-foot buffer area of trees along the corner of Belleville and Clay Road. Township received proposals from 8 qualified companies. The lowest responsive bidder was Kalansky Excavating and Land Clearing LLC. Kalansky is a Van Buren Township-based business who is located on Hannon Road and has many years of experience completing this type of work. Township staff has been working with Fishbeck, our engineers, to complete a soil erosion and grading plan for the project. Once completed, staff will obtain a price for the additional items, with the soil erosion fence and land balancing, and treat this as an addendum to the project under our purchasing policy. Our final or ultimate goal of this project is to create positive drainage on this area of the site. Conclude my summary, and I'm available to answer any questions on the contract.
I'm going to add something else before we go on, just so we have complete transparency. Well, we normally do not take trees out because we're not in the developer's world. We find ourselves in the land business that this board said we were going to take 50 acres to set aside for resale to get our money back. I have to be transparent though and state that there's the land balancing that we thought was going to be around 50,000, but it could cost an additional 100. So there could be up to $100,000 more onto this contract. It was more, we just found it out today, and I wanted to make sure everybody knew that going in. Okay. All right, so let's open it up. Discussion. All right, we're safeguarding, now that property was going for 275,000 an acre across the Speedway. So we really need to save those acres. That's money, that's gonna really give us something back. Last call on discussion. Hearing no discussion, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you. Thank you. Next item. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Consider approval of purchase of 2023 Ford Transit Connect LT van from Atchison Ford. The vehicle will be utilized as a fleet vehicle assigned to the community service for a total vehicle cost of $38,372.15.
Okay. Director Luckett.
Good evening, board, and thank you for having me this evening. This is, before you for consideration of purchase of a 2023 Ford Transit Connect XLT van from Atchison Ford. This vehicle will be utilized and assigned to community service for the township Meals on Wheels program. So this is, that I know of, probably the first new vehicle the township has purchased outright for this program. The Meals on Wheels program currently has 3 retired police explorers that are 10 years old and 1 parked van that they're on loan that's 20 years old. As the police department purchase new vehicles, the retired vehicles are given to Meals on Wheels. And unfortunately, there hasn't been usable vehicles passed down in quite a few years. Being that these vehicles was originally purchased with police packages, which is very costly. Those vehicles are equipped with a different brake system, a different charging system, because they utilize for police vehicles. And when Meals on Wheels get those vehicles, and they already use vehicles, it's quite costly for us to keep them up. So I'm quite happy to be in front of you to be able to, for you to consider purchasing this vehicle for a very important program for the township that serves our citizens. Every couple of days, we deliver meals. We really depend on dependable vehicles out. With that said, the program runs 3 to 4 routes a day, 4 days a week. Starting in September, they deliver to 116 households. And, it's a great program. Now, this vehicle I had Atchison looking for a vehicle for this program for probably the last month and a half. This vehicle became available on the fact that another customer ordered it and decided they didn't want it. So they brought it over to township and said, hey, take a look at this vehicle. It's exactly, in my opinion, and Director Renault's opinion, that this is what we need. It's basically outfitted for the type of service. It has the plastic in the back where they can set the meals, and if anything wastes on plastic, we can just wash it out, not carpet and stain and all those things. So with that said, I recommend that the board approve this purchase, and we'll get this vehicle in and get it on the road.
So this marks a direct change in what we've been doing for the last 6 years. That 6 years ago, when we started the program to update this facilities, we had 50 used cars out there in the lot in various, they were all broke down. I mean, half of them were broke down. So every year we would filter the ones out and get rid of the performing ones. And we would take the police cruisers that we bought. We bought 3 every year. They go in, we take 3 out, and then we use those and we get rid of a bunch more old Crown Vics and stuff. Since COVID, we haven't been able to buy the police cruisers. So we're running short on those. We're starting to have to buy Dodges because we just can't get any Explorers. Because we haven't bought any, we haven't had anything to stand down, and we've been slowly but surely running these into the ground. And, they were informed of this now when they came here. So this is the first, hopefully not of many, but at least the first of maybe one or two more that we're gonna need over the next few years. For that group. Any questions?
Here.
Yes.
I'm just happy that we're buying it from Atchison Ford, who's a long-term, member of our community. And they always provide us good service.
They do, thanks for them, we are allowed to buy, we get it at the state bid price, which is the lowest price. The lowest that you get. So, okay. Hearing no, all right, so I have a motion by Clerk Wright, supported by Trustee Boynton. Hearing no further questions. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you. Thank you, board. Item number 3 of the new business. I have a second reading. Who would like to take this one and read it? Karen. All right, I move, right?
I move to consider approval of the second reading of ordinance 07-18-231, rezoning of Van Born Road property, parcel ID number 83-009-99-0002-000 from M1 light industrial to M2 general industrial.
Report.
Okay, I've got a motion to get support. Director?
Thank you, board. This again, as President mentioned, is the second reading. This is a 24-acre parcel east of Sheldon Road on the north side of Van Born Road that the planning commission reviewed a rezoning request for. And the request is to rezone from M1 to M2, which is consistent with the master plan and the future land use map adopted by the township. And the planning commission held a public hearing and recommended approval of this rezoning on their regular agenda on June 14th. We went over this at the July 18th meeting as well, but I'm glad to answer any questions, additional questions.
Any questions? All right, this is the second reading, so I assume we all know what we're voting on. I have a motion by Trustee Kelly, supported by Trustee Frazier. Clerk, would you call the roll?
Yes, Trustee Kelly.
Yes.
Trustee Boyd.
Yes.
Trustee Brian.
Yes.
Trustee Frazier.
Yes.
Yes, for me, Treasurer Bud is excused.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Thank you. Number 4. This is also a second reading.
Okay, to consider approval of the second reading of ordinance 07-18-23, parentheses 2, rezoning of 16355 Aggie Road, parcel ID number 83-142-99-001-000 from R1B single family residential to AG agricultural and state.
Can I get support? Support. Points for Trustee Points. Trustee Powers.
Okay, thank you, board. Similarly, this request is a rezoning petition reviewed by the planning commission. The planning commission held a public hearing at the regular meeting on June 14th, and then recommended approval of the rezoning to the board on June 28th. This property is on the east side of Haggerty Road, south of Riggs Road. It's part of the township that's master plan for this type of zoning. The master plan of before land use map identifies this area as what's called rural residential, which connects directly to the ag zoning that the applicant is seeking. So the planning commission recommended this vote, and I'm happy to answer any other questions.
All right, does anybody have any questions? Hearing none, I have a motion by Clerk Wright, supported by Trustee Boynton. Clerk, as you call the roll.
Yes, yes for me, Trustee Frazier.
Yes.
Trustee Martin.
Yes.
Trustee Boyd.
Yes.
Trustee Kelly.
Yes.
Treasurer Bud is excused.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Okay, item number 5. Discussion on the consider approval of second reading of an ordinance to increase the maximum allowable height of a single family dwelling. Can somebody read that?
I'd like to consider the approval of the second reading of ordinance 07-18-23, Please, three, I believe it is. Yeah, to increase the maximum allowance height for detached single family dwelling to 2.5 stories or 35 feet in height. Support.
Okay. Director Power.
Okay, thank you, board. A lot of these agendas were coming through the planning commission in June, so this, public hearing was also held in June on the 14th. The planning commission recommended approval of this set of, text amendments to the zoning ordinance after a series of discussions at previous meetings. I believe they recommended their approval on the June 28th agenda. But what this does is takes the permitted maximum allowable height in the districts that accommodate that residential homes, from 30 feet to 35 feet, or from 2.0 stories to 2.5 stories. This is more consistent with a lot of the study. Will provide some flexibility for potential home builders and bring some existing properties for conformity with the zoning ordinance. So the planning commission recommended approval, and I'm glad to answer any questions about this.
Okay, we've got a motion by Clerk Wright, to support by Trustee Kelly, to basically change our ordinance to manage the communities around us. So, again, motion by Clerk Wright, support by Trustee Kelly. No, hearing no further discussion. All in favor, excuse me, roll call, sorry.
Again, it's a yes for Clerk Wright. Trustee Kelly.
Yes.
Frazier.
Yes,
Trustee Martin.
Yes.
Trustee Morgan. The treasurer is absent. Excused. Supervisor.
Yes, motion passes. Thank you. We have no reports. We're in the public comments. Anybody from the public that wishes to speak on any matter before the board? Is there anybody online that wants to speak? Dan provided there is. Okay. Here he comes. No. Okay. So, so, I did hear though, I want to say that, does Channel 4 had a special, a news report about our clock cameras. It was very well put about how wonderful we've been doing with those. And quite frankly, it's just amazing how many times we're catching people that think they're getting away and we're finding them at their homes, resting comfortably or sleeping in the cars or whatever, and wondering how the heck we found them so fast. So it's a great thing that we've got going on here. Anybody else wish to make any comments?
I do. I have more of a question than anything. As you all well may know, the mobile station at Haggerty and I-94 across the street from the DP has been demolished. Building's completely gone. Are they also going to take down that huge sign? I'm pretty sure that you, Director, you've been on top of that, but it seems like they're, well, I'll take that. Are they going to take down the sign?
At the very earliest, the final site plan review will be on the planning commission's agenda next week. And one of the conditions of preliminary site plan approval is that that sign would have to be removed as part of any final site plan approval. So we will be addressing that when that comes before the planning commission. But that is something that was requested as a condition of approval. They took down gas station before they're really ready to start constructing the building. It was voluntary, but they just haven't taken down the sign.
Okay. Good. Any other questions? Hearing none, can I get a motion for adjournment?
So move.
support.
Have a motion, got support, all in favor? Aye. Opposed?